What's gone on in the world? Who would have thought? Imagine starting this year and somebody said to you, they've got a crystal ball, and they say to you, right, Rick, the world number one is going to win the Masters this year. And you think, okay, I can go with that.
Yeah.
Someone like John Rahm. Maybe Colin Morikawa's sneaked into world number one.
Justin Thomas.
So you're then thinking, okay, well, that's feasible. I can live with that. Then they say, okay, the guy that's winning the Masters has already won 3 times so far this year. You think, wow, this guy, somebody's on a heater.
Is Tiger back?
Has Rory hit some form? Is Tiger back? Imagine if someone said that to you, by the way, that Tiger's playing
I'm done.
That you're going to see on Sunday of the Masters, Tiger in red. Amazing.
Yeah.
Then they say, okay, all that being said, the guy who wins the Masters this year, 4-putted the last hole and still won by 3.
What kind of madness is this?
What world are we living in? Unbelievable. Scottie Scheffler, you have become a legend in 4 months.
Yeah. I like how he asked his caddy as well before the final putt. How many have we got to win this, by the way?
How mad is that?
Imagine being in that position, stood on 18. Just a quick one. Can I have another 3 goes or not?
The crowd's reaction was brilliant on that last foot. So like, all right, come on, wrap it up now.
Yeah, they started cheering, and then all the patrons like, no, remember, this is Augusta. We don't do that here. Calm down.
So joking aside, Scottie Scheffler is coming to this tournament as world number 1, as not the favourite still, which is crazy to think.
Mad.
He has absolutely dominated. He's barely put a foot wrong. No. He's navigated the Augusta National in emphatic style. When he needed to par home, he decided to go on a birdie run.
Yeah.
When Rory McIlroy, which we will definitely come on to, shoots a final round of 64 and still loses out by 3.
Yeah. Rory who? No, come on.
It was just phenomenal. So it just seems so crazy. Why is he so good, Matt? What is it that makes him so good? Because I can't quite put my finger on it.
For me, watching him all week, I think that the biggest thing that he did, holing putts, like not lipping him in as well. They were like dead centre. 10-footing in when it needed to go in. It was like, yeah, what are you on about? Pressure? No, I'll just roll that in. It's only 6 foot on those greens at like 14. And also, his chipping around the green.
Short game's ridiculous,
just phenomenal. Because he hit a few dodgy shots. Like, I think he got away with a little bit. But like, you look at that shot on 12, like almost duck hooks a 9-iron.
Yeah.
Well left of the green. But then just, no issue. That didn't happen. Stone dead, taps it in. He's
not got the most aesthetically pleasing golf swings, has he?
No. I actually posted that like on YouTube last night, saying you don't have to have this perfect golf swing to go and win. It doesn't look the best, but he just knows how to get his golf ball round the golf course.
Yeah, he just
controls it.
And I suppose to some degree, for him, was Tiger taking all the headlines pre-tournament probably a bit of a blessing for him?
Yeah. I think he comes into the Masters. He's been, like you say, the crystal ball scenario there. Amazing. Wins these 3 tournaments coming in. Wins the match play. And he is the man. But no one was really going, Scottie Scheffler's going to win. He's going to win. It was all Tiger. And he's, even when he's won all these PGA Tour events in this short space of time at the start of the year, he's not really been that hyped. If it was Rory that would have gone and done that, like the world would have imploded.
Yeah.
The golf world, it wouldn't be here. But, oh my God, he's back. He's going to win more majors than Jack Nicklaus. But it was like, oh, he's won a few. Scott Scheffler, yeah, he'll be all right.
In a way, he's just gone very underneath the radar.
Yeah.
By the way, he's the oldest 25-year-old I've ever seen.
He's 42, isn't he?
He's 25.
No, it's mad.
So I feel like he's going to have an unbelievable kind of future as well, career. He's done some mad stats. So Scottie Scheffler, 8 weeks ago, had 0 wins on PGA Tour from 70 starts. Okay, he'd not done bad in his life. He'd won 8.7 million career earnings. So he's not. We
don't need to have a whip around.
He's not short of change, and he was ranked number 14 in the world. And as of today, 4 wins from 76 starts. His now career earnings is 17.6 million.
Oh,
And that's just on course.
yeah.
Never mind what's going to happen off course for him now.
Oh, yeah.
He's ranked number 1 in the world, as we know, and he's now the Masters champion 2023.
Do you think he has a long career? Looking at his swing and looking at he looks like he saves it a bit.
The only thing he reminds me of a little bit, Jordan Spieth.
Yeah.
He kind of reminds me when Jordan was on a heater all those years ago. Like, he looked unstoppable, didn't he?
Hits it a little bit everywhere. But gets up and down from everywhere.
He really does remind me of Spieth, because again, Spieth maybe doesn't have the most aesthetically pleasing golf swing, but he just knew how to get the golf ball around. And when he was dominating, it's almost quite a similar story to some degrees. I think Jordan was from Texas. Jordan was a little bit younger than Scottie is right now. Yeah, and it probably just that moment when he was it 2018. No, it wasn't. It was when Willett won 2016.
Yeah,
15. Sorry, 15 it was.
Yeah.
When he dunked it in the water on 12.
Yeah.
Jordan Spieth, after having like 5-shot head start coming into the back 9. That was his kind of slow demise over the next 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
And his confidence really dipped. And even this weekend, he missed the cut. He yipped a few putts. Like, it doesn't look like Jordan from what we used to see.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's going to happen with Scottie, but I could almost see it a little bit potentially.
You don't see like...
Listen, he could absolutely prove me wrong, because he has proved everybody wrong in the last 4 months.
I think with the marketing machine behind the PGA Tour as well, you look at like Jordan Spieth, they say very similar thing. Jordan was like going to be the next Tiger, wasn't he? When he came about, it was like, whoa, this is it. And then obviously went on his mad major run, won loads, as we alluded to a little bit earlier. With Scheffler, it's like, oh, he's won.
Yeah. You know what's also mad? He had a caddy he has a new caddy, by the way, this year.
Yeah.
Ted Scott.
Yeah.
Who is a super famous caddy who actually retired.
Yeah.
And he's come out of retirement to caddy for Scottie.
Imagine that.
And this is what he's got out of it.
Come back. I'll tell you what. I'll do you a favour. I'll win the Masters if you come back for me. How's about
that? Did you... Question for you. Did you enjoy the Masters this year?
Yes. Yeah. I backed Cam Smith in January before he won the Sony.
Nice. And before he won the Players.
And before he won the Players, yeah. So I was like happy about that, obviously. But watching it, I thought, watching it from like a Sky standpoint, some of the new camera angles that they had on the.
Did you like that?
Oh, amazing! Yeah. I thought it really added to the viewing experience. And obviously Tiger was back.
I like the new camera angles. I wasn't always dead sure on that really depth of field.
Oh yeah, that was a bit weird, isn't it?
I like the different angles because I felt like
like the drone angles and the camera they had on 10 overlooking the bunker, so you could actually get a little bit more of an idea of the undulation. I think sometimes in the past it was always the old comment of, oh, well, the TV doesn't do any justice for the slopes. But then, like, when you saw that angle of, like, Rory, I think one shot stood out for me, and it was like, whoa, that's, like, deep, that bunker.
The only one new angle I didn't like was the one on the back of 9. Do you know the par 4? I always liked it side on.
Yeah.
Because it's got, like, 3 tiers, and you can really tell the 3 different tiers.
You couldn't see the undulation
where this was kind of at the back of the green, and it felt like it didn't seem as hard, even though it was obviously ridiculously hard.
Yeah.
I felt like a lot of the new camera angles and a lot of the when the cameramen were actually carrying the camera and dropping it down. So I went in 2018, and I must admit, it is very cliche. People say, what's Augusta like? It is bloody hilly. Yeah. Like, it's ridiculously hilly. So some of those camera angles definitely showed that off better.
Yeah.
And then what about the golf?
A little bit of a non-start at the back 9 yesterday, wasn't it? I think going into it, there was a lot of good stories again. You have Tiger coming back, obviously, amazing, massive story. Scottie Scheffler coming in under the radar, no one really talking about him. Is Rory going to win a major? Obviously not going to win it.
He was close.
Was he?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't forget the golf.
I'm remembering his round yesterday.
Yeah.
And if you see Rory yesterday,
you
think, how can he ever lose?
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
But that's not what we see all the time.
No, it's 4-round tournament. I enjoyed it. I did. I think it was a little bit lackluster yesterday.
But
But
I see a lot of takes on that on Twitter and stuff, people saying, oh, it's a bit boring. But it can happen that way sometimes. It's not anybody's fault.
No.
Like sometimes, for me, the one major that I remember seeing and thinking, oh my God, this almost can't get any better for storyline was when Stenson was playing Stenson was playing Mickelson in the Open. Was it Muirfield?
Yeah.
That time you couldn't get any better.
No.
Was it
no.
Muirfield or Troon?
Yeah, it was
Muirfield. So that time you couldn't that storyline
that was perfect.
Was epic. Two gladiators of the game going head to head, and they were so far ahead of everyone else. But it was because they were going,
that's what we needed yesterday a little bit more of. And as Cam came out and it was like, oh, birdied 2, and it was like, birdied 1, it was like, great, here we go.
Then he birdied 2.
Yeah, we're going to have a sword fight here now. Yeah. This is going to be a real battle. And then 3 happened, and it was a bit like, oh.
3 was mad, wasn't it?
Wind out, that was going like 10, 15 feet by.
Oh, my God.
The shot from Cam pitching in, obviously.
Yeah.
I think like
the... You mean Scottie Scheffler pitching it in the hole?
No, so... Obviously, they both hit it left, haven't they? Yeah. Scheffler gets the drop from the
grandstand.
The immovable object, which is permanent there, which is always there. Gets a nice little drop, like in play. Then they both pitched short, didn't they? Cam's pitch was like, 70, 80 yards, was it?
Yeah.
Up on top, and he's watched Scheffler. He should have been like, right, just nut this up on. You know, it's easy to say that sat here now, isn't it? But
just a bit.
And then obviously he goes and chips in, but...
How